And you said, Deminis, that this stretch of weather that we're in looks like it's going to be sticking around for
just
a minute.
a couple of days.
All right.
Just more, and then for the weekend, a little different story there.
All right. Well, what you got for us?
Well, let's look outside. You'll see over Boston right now. You'll see toward Fenway. We have great conditions outside, sunny and warm. In your first alert weather headlines, temperatures in the 70s, and then we have increasing clouds into Friday. Even some areas of drizzle that we're tracking for parts of the area. And then we have a few showers late Saturday into Sunday. But right now, the whole weekend does not look like a washout. Look at some of these temperatures in the area. We have them mainly to the 70s, some low 80s, about 80 degrees in Bedford, 82 in Norwood, 77 in Beverly, 77 degrees in Plymouth, and how about the upper 70s for Portsmouth, also for Nashville. And we have temperatures that will continue to go down a bit as we go through this evening. So you'll see those numbers. How about the upper 60s toward 9 o'clock? Mostly clear skies, and the temperatures will continue to fall even overnight into the 50s in several areas. And then as we work our way through the afternoon, especially by lunchtime, we'll have those temperatures closer to about 73 degrees. That temperature forecast you'll see early in the morning for a lot of kids that might have to go to school tomorrow. And we'll have some temperatures there in the 50s, maybe some 40s, upper 40s farther inland. As we go through the afternoon, we'll see the temperatures into the low to middle 70s, upper 70s away from the coast. By Friday morning, we'll have temperatures in the 50s, and then going into the afternoon, those numbers into the lower 70s. And it won't feel quite as bad tomorrow, but then going into Friday and Saturday, the humidity levels start going back up just a little bit, supporting some wet weather in our area. And then going into Sunday, Monday, those humidity levels start to go right back down into those comfortable levels. And so we'll have to deal with just a couple of days of some more humidity out there. Currently, high pressure is doing its job again. So that's why we have that great weather outside. It doesn't allow for clouds to build in the sky. We have sinking air in the atmosphere. So it's giving us plenty of sunshine and that dry weather. But how about this? I had to take a look back to see when we had our last measurable rainfall at Logan, and that was on August 20th. That was a Tuesday, and we didn't receive that much, okay? For the rainfall month there, the monthly rainfall for August, that was more than 3 inches of rain. We have a little bit of wet weather that might get into the buckets there at Logan. A little drizzle Friday, but into Saturday, into Sunday, we have a slightly better chance of seeing some wet weather. I will say, looking at some of the forecast models for the past couple of hours, the rainfall chances have kind of gone down just a little bit into the weekend. There goes high pressure as we look at First Alert Futurecast going in through the day tomorrow into our Friday. It starts to move farther away from us. And then we're going to have more humidity starting to roll in, and also some clouds coming in off the ocean as well. Now, I want you to look at this. Area of low pressure trying to, well, ride our coast, at least, east of our coast. You'll notice that we will have a bit of a flow pattern here that will allow for a little bit more moisture and some clouds. The area of low pressure, by the way, has at least a 10 to 20% chance of becoming a tropical system, all right? We'll have to watch it. But overall, it moves away from our coast. And to Saturday we go. You see the coastal system is east of the Cape. Then we're going to notice later in the day more clouds and even a chance of showers, at least for the first half of Sunday. It looks like the system's kind of moving a bit faster with this model run. So that means that the whole weekend won't be a washout. And that's the case. Sunday night looks pretty nice. And then for Monday, we'll have a few clouds around, but dry conditions. How much rain are we talking about? This model here is saying still about 1/4 of an inch, maybe, or less for several areas. So we're not talking about a ton of wet weather. And right now, we're not talking about any severe thunderstorms. And when we talk about the tropics here, I just want you to see it was very quiet. And now there are 4 areas of development that we are tracking. I know it's a lot on this map to notice here, but this one here was the one I'm talking about, 10 to 20% chance as it moves away from New England over the next couple of days. And you'll notice there are some low-end chances here and there across portions of the Caribbean and also the Atlantic Ocean, and we're going to keep an eye on it. There's your 10-day forecast. You'll see that we have temperatures in the lower 70s for highs this weekend and temperatures in the mornings in the upper or low 60s. As we go into next week, we'll have partly cloudy skies for Monday, 74. And then some more low to mid 70s for highs for much of next week. So like I said yesterday, some unsettled weather for the weekend, but on either side of the weekend, it's great.